Nope, not working, knackered in it.
No good. It's a bit off, it's annoying me. Bugger.
Stop scrolling and look at this absolute mess. You see all the perfectly clean Instagram vans with their fairy lights and spotless timber. They are having a laugh. They never show this part of the build. The sheer graft of taking a battered old minibus and tearing it to absolute pieces. So today we are starting the free van build for a subscriber. You see all those perfectly clean Instagram vans with their fairy lights and spotless timber. They are having a laugh. They never show this part of the build. The sheer graft of taking an old battered minibus and tearing it to absolute pieces. Today we are starting the free van build for a subscriber. So before we get to the pretty stuff, we have to deal with the absolute horrors hiding behind these walls. So welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I am Mark and I've been a professional carpenter for 25 years, well nearly 26, and I live full time in my stealth van with my Cocker Spaniel Rowan. Today is day one of the subscriber build, the teardown. I am stripping out every single piece of carpet, plywood and bodge job the last owner left behind. And let me tell you, it was a proper state behind these walls and the floor. The plan was simple: rip the ply out, pull the floor up, job done. But as you will all see in a minute, some rusted seat tracks and spinning bolts nearly had me packing it all in. But don't you worry though, I am going to show you exactly how to bypass that nightmare if it happens to you. So first, let's get a brew and let's start ripping these walls apart. So the first job is always the most deceiving. You look at this grey carpet and think it will just peel off and save you a few quid on the cleanup. Not a chance. I will have to take off all the plastic trims, all the panels, and forcibly rip all the carpet down. Doing this reveals the real framework. You see, whoever did this before just carpeted straight over the old plywood panels and all over the screw heads. It was absolute madness trying to find these screws. So now I can actually see what I'm working with. So I'll have to go around and unscrew all these hidden screw heads just to release the plywood from the metal and the wooden battens behind it. It is tedious work. Your hands get covered in old industrial glue and dust that have been sitting there since the last MOT. But let me tell you, you cannot rush this stage. If you rip out the wood too hard, you risk damaging the metal ribs of the van. So some of the panels were completely glued and screwed for dear life. They were absolutely taking the piss with the amount of the adhesive they used. Trying to pull a massive sheet of plywood down in one go in a confined space is a recipe for a bad back. So I am using my circular saw to cut through the plywood right on the walls and the ceiling. Now this makes it much easier to bring down in manageable sections. You just got to set your blade perfectly so you do not cut into the metal of the van. Now this is a simple trick that saves you from being completely knackered by midday. Now look at this. This is exactly why you strip a van all the way back to the bare metal. Look at all these massive empty spaces behind the plywood. These hidden cavities are where the cold will get in. So let's say if you're parked up stealthily in the Scottish Highlands, freezing in January, and you have not insulated these voids properly, you are going to feel it. Condensation will build up on the bare metal, run down the walls, and suddenly you will have a damp, rotting van from the inside out. I need to ensure the subscriber is kept warm. So every single inch of this hidden space will be properly treated and packed with insulation later on in the series. So a question for you all before we tackle this bloody floor. What is the absolute worst bodge job you have ever uncovered while taking something apart? Let me know down in the comments, because this van was proper testing my patience today, but that's all good. Right then, the walls are done. Now for the floor. After I removed the side plywood panels, the carpet and all the wood, we started to rip up the cheap vinyl flooring. Now my master plan was to remove the floor plywood next, and then start removing the metal tracks on the old rear seats. Sounds easy on paper, doesn't it? Little did I know this was going to be a massive problem. Every single bolt holding these seat tracks down was completely rusted in. The van must have been taken on water at some point in its life. The threads on them were either cross-threaded by whatever cowboy installed them, or they were just heavily rusted and spinning endlessly. And we tried to get them out. You just turn the screwdriver and it just spins. There was no grip, nothing, pure frustration. So when a bolt is spinning like that, do not waste your time trying to force it. You will just round it off entirely. In the end, we had to get aggressive and ended up drilling all the screws right out with a 13mm metal bit. Now we drilled the heads completely off them, and don't get me wrong, it takes a bit of elbow grease, but once those heads pop off, the metal track finally releases from the plywood underneath. But let me tell you, the fight was not over there. The floor plywood itself was also bolted directly into the metal van floor with more bloody stubborn fixings. So we had to physically prise that entire sheet of plywood up. Now for this, you need proper leverage. Now I've got a big hefty Gorilla crowbar underneath there. A big beefy crowbar is always a vital tool to have on a job like this. You wedge it in, put your back into it and crack, the wood splinters and the rust bolts give way. And now you can finally see the bare metal floor of the new home. Moments like that seat track nightmare used to stress me out. Giving up a whole day just to remove the floor is hard graft, but being able to step back, take my time and build this van for a subscriber completely for free is a privilege. A lot of people ask, how can I afford to just give my trade skills away and live full time on the road? Now the truth is, I do not rely on my standard carpentry wages anymore. I fund my entire lifestyle, the van, the tools, everything, through affiliate marketing. It's a genuine escape from the daily grind and the traditional building sites. Now I've set up systems that generate income while I'm out here drilling out them rusted bolt heads. Now if you want to know exactly how to do it so you can get off that bloody hamster wheel too, I'm going to send you a completely free video series. The link is right at the top of the description below. So grab it and have a little watch tonight. So there you have it. The teardown is officially done. We battled the glue, we defeated the rusted tracks with the beefy crowbar, and we laid bare all the hidden spaces. We now have a completely blank metal canvas. So this is where the real magic happens. Getting to this stage separates the dreamers from the grafters. If you want to see this rusty metal shell turn into the ultimate camper, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. Join our community of realists who know what van life actually takes. Next time we are tackling the subfloor and insulation. You do not want to miss the specific method I use to keep the damp out forever. So click the video on screen right now to see more videos on my channel, and I will see you over there. Keep on grafting, mate, ignore the noise, and catch you on the next one.